Okay, we're in the DARKSTAR today, the experimental aircraft. We're going onto the runway. We're in CapeTown. We're going to go to Joburg, expecting a flight time of about 22 minutes. But first we're going to go around CapeTown for a quick joyride. And then we're going to climb up to over 200,000 feet. Into the edge of space, and going to make this really quick. We're going to be using scrub motors, scrub jets, where we will switch off our normal jets and climb up to that altitude. So that's the plan for today. Here we are on the runway at CapeTown runway 01. We're at a altitude that is close to the speed of close to sea level. You can see Table Mountain there on the left. We're looking at our very basic controls, and we're now zooming along the runway. So everything we're going to be seeing here will be in Mach levels. The pointed facade of the aeroplane is to lessen the heat. We've taken off and retracting our gear, and we're going to turn out left and go relatively low over CapeTown, past Camps Bay, then Hout Bay. Then we're going to start our climb. For now, we're turning out left over Easterplaat, the military airfield. We had a little bit of noticing a little bit of a frame rate problem. That might get better. We're looking down at Easterplaat runway now. We're already at Mach 1, coming up to the waterfront, and going to pass that. There's Table Mountain, and on the right of it is Lion's Head, cruise ship over there. Here we're going past Lion's Head and Sea Point. As we turn out left, you can see the swimming pool of Sea Point. And beautiful view of Table Mountain and the 12 Apostles. We're at altitude of 3,000 feet. A couple of aircraft carriers over here. Going relatively fast, Mach 1. And we're going to go in between the main Llandudno little peak to Hout Bay, and we'll turn out without going much further over towards Fishhook. We'll cut out along Chapman's Peak, which you can see there, the windy road that a lot of cyclists, and it's a beautiful drive. We're going to turn out left here and head over the mountains towards Cork Bay and Muizenberg, and then we're going to climb up for our little maneuver to get us into space. So here we're coming up to Fishhook. Turning out left, you'll see the Cork Bay harbour over there, and Siku Flay ahead of us, just before I plan to climb. Coming up to Siku Flay over here. We'll lift our nose up to 10 degrees as we start our climb. Watch the altitude in the bottom right hand corner, and there in our left bottom, very left bottom, you'll see our Mach speed, and we're at 10 degrees as we start climbing. We're at 14,000 feet and starting our climb into subspace. We're already at 9,000 feet as we head towards Stellenbosch. There's Springbok 7348. Not an AI flight, but this is a live flight coming into Cape Town. You can see Stellenbosch Airport, Stellenbosch area on just behind the aeroplane. As we climb, we're at 16,000 feet, and a few clouds. Hitting 20,000 feet, the sun ahead of us. This is the DARKSTAR experimental aircraft, and starting to climb up even higher. We're now at 26,000. At 30,000 feet we're going to start the maneuver to get our speed, where we will turn over completely inverted, and there we go, inverted now, as we head downwards at 10 degrees in order to pick up some very well needed speed. This is a maneuver we always will use before we go into space. Our speed now is, we've just hit the speed of sound. We're upside down, and we want to build up to about 1.5, moving up to about Mach 3 before we hit our scram engines. I'll call them the scrub engines. The scram engines will only be activated once we hit about Mach 3, coming over the mountains of Cape Town. You can hear the boom, or as we pass the speed of sound. We're now at 1.7, the speed of sound, and heading downwards now the right way around as we start climbing upwards, and we want to get to subspace. So here we're going through the mountains of Paarl, a lot lower, 6,000 feet, and we'll hold it at about 10 degrees, 10 to 15 degrees upwards as we start building up altitude. We're at 14,000 feet as we just after doing our inverted maneuver, and we'll turn on to the track that we were planning on going to Johannesburg, remembering of course that Johannesburg is at 6,000 feet, and we'll probably land at just under 6,000 feet at Oliver Tambo International. There's the sun over there. As we pass by the back of the aeroplane, you'll keep on hearing the boom, the sonic boom, as we climb up higher. We are now at Mach 3.6, and we're ready to switch on the scram engines. We're at 61,000 feet. Very fast climb, and we will extend that to over 200,000 feet. We're at Mach 4 at the moment, You'll notice the sky is becoming darker and darker as we get higher and higher, 93,000 feet. Again, as we pass the back of the engines, we have a delay as we get to the sound barrier. You'll be able to see the darkened blue and almost black sky as we get there. We've just enabled the scram engines, and you'll notice that our speed is now Mach 7, very, very fast. That's 7 times the speed of sound, and climbing. Now if you look at our aeroplane against the black sky, you'll be able to see Orion's belt. It's now black. As we head on our track towards Joburg, we're at now Mach 9.5, being the maximum that we're going to hold it at, 9.8, almost Mach 10. And in our DARKSTAR aeroplane, we can't see ahead of us. Just going to switch off the clouds so we can get a sense of where we are in relation to the ground. There we're traveling over South Africa. You'll see the leading edges of the aeroplane are red. A lot of heat, and only the leading side being red will hold the heat, and the aeroplane is designed in such a way that it will do that. The sun is really bright, but the sky is really black, and a magnificent curvature of the earth over there, as we now are at 236,000 feet. That is, if you divide it by 3, you get a sense of how high we are. We're at 7,000 meters, at 7 kilometers up in the sky, straight up. The stars are very clear, even though it's the middle of the day, but we're very, very high. There's no air resistance. The aeroplane can go really quick. We're at 220,000 feet now, and descending now at 30,000 feet per minute. Sun is really bright. There's the Orion's belt in the background. You can see it there. And if you look downwards, you can see us passing various parts of South Africa. I don't recognize even where we are, but I do know that we have already approached halfway. See the curvature of the earth, the very thin atmosphere, the blueness, and the black sky. Traveling extremely fast. As we descend from 230,000, we are now at 173,000, and we're descending. I don't really know exactly how fast to descend, but I do know we have to get down, because in less than 10 minutes we'll be in Johannesburg, which is over 1,600 kilometers away from CapeTown. Passing over there's a dam below us, huge dam. That would be round about Bloemfontein area, which is only 450 k's to Joburg. Our speed is Mach 8, and we're descending, keeping on track to Johannesburg. Just doing a random turn over here, going inverted, then we'll go halfway inverted as we come out of that. Beautiful. The future of space travel will be to go straight up into space use the frictionless air over there, and we can get huge distances in no time. We're descending, we're coming down through 100,000 feet. You'll see it in the bottom corner. We're at 88,000 feet. And there's little sticks over there, or Microsoft Flight Simulator markers of where we are. I don't even know where that is. But we'll get a sense as soon as we get close to Joburg. Now at 67,000 feet, much higher than most commercial airplanes will go. They'll go up to 45,000 maybe, but we're descending at Mach 4 times the speed of sound. And now we're at Mach 3 and still descending. Unbelievable, this flight. Very, very fast. Remember that we had to do that maneuver, so the maneuver gets us to 30,000 feet. We go inverted. We then track downwards at 20 degrees, 20 degrees to get our speed up over 1 times the speed of sound. You'll see that the plane will start accelerating. So it's an up movement, then a down movement as we are inverted. Turn ourselves back over, and we will climb relatively fast up to the speed of 3 times the speed of sound, and then we put on the scram engines, switching off the main engines, and we're using then scram cells to propel us right up into the subspace, and we actually get to the edge of space. It's completely dark. We can accelerate up to 10 times the speed of sound. Okay, let's have a look at what we are passing over here. Can't really read. There's Paris. Paris is only about 100 k's from Joburg. Getting on track for the runway. Can't see Joburg from here, it's still a little bit far. But there's the Vaal River. We're passing over. Very strong Vaal River. As we are dropping down, we are now at 22,000 feet. Low enough for most airliners, but we're coming in very fast. 3.5 times the speed of sound. Past Vanderbijl Park. It's about there's the main highway from CapeTown. We're going to get nice and low. Shouldn't be going as fast as we're going, but just to get on track, because I just got to get lined up with that runway, and it's very, very fast. Okay, we've slowed down to 1 times the speed of sound, and slowing down even further. Our altitude now is a perfect landing altitude, but we've still got some ways to go. We can't even see Joburg, so we'll keep at this altitude. Half times the speed of sound, which would be, I don't know. We would want to land this aeroplane at probably at about 170 knots, which would be about over 200 kilometers an hour, slowing down really fast. Okay, let's keep our eyes open for Johannesburg, which should be coming into the background over here. I see Vereeniging. What we're passing over is built up areas, low cost housing below us. Places like Katlehong and Vaal area. As we descend very slowly, see there's on the ridge there, you can see in the sort of 11 o'clock position a little mountain. That would be Linksfield Ridge, coming up to Johannesburg area. Trying to keep ourselves straight and level. In the middle of our screen over there we can see our spy cam looking dead straight downwards. We have Johannesburg airport on our 1 o'clock position, coming in really nice and fast at 0.64 now, the speed of sound. We're at 6,000 feet, we're really low, not really allowed, but will give us a sense of where we're going to. I see Joburg in the distance there at our 12 o'clock position. You can see the buildings of Joburg starting to appear, and there's Rand Airport ahead of us, which is at about 11 o'clock position to the runway, which we will go in at runway 03 left. In the back, Mayerton, about 60 k's out of Joburg, so we're really close to Johannesburg. I've never landed this before, and the problem is that you can't see where you're landing. You've only got synthetic views to actually see, so we can only look outside. But I'm not going to land from there, I'm going to land from inside rather. There's Joburg on the at our sort of 3 o'clock position, or 2 o'clock, not 3 o'clock, I mean 10 o'clock position, to the left. And we are still keeping this altitude slightly higher even, so we can get a decent run. There's Joburg, now at our 12 position to our view over here, but also at our 10 o'clock position to the runway, to the direction we're going. Rand Airport coming up 10 k's away, so we're really close to our landing. And I've never landed one of these before, so this is going to be so don't kill me. The whole idea is to see how fast it would be from Cape Town to Joburg. Looks like just over 25 minutes, and then with even a tour around Cape Town. There comes our gear, and we're ready to bring her down. Very excited for this. But imagine travel at this speed. You could go from one side of California to Florida in just over probably about 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, from California to Florida, and in half an hour. Unbelievable. Normally it would take 5 hours. A normal flight from Cape Town to Joburg would take just over 2 hours. Well, here we're doing it in just under 20 minutes. Altitude, keeping it constant. I do see the runway ahead of us at our 1 o'clock. This is going to be hard to figure out a landing without being able to look straight ahead. So all I've got is the synthetic view ahead of me in the DARKSTAR aircraft. There's Joburg, lovely view of Joburg, the Hillbrow Tower, Ponty, the Brixton Tower in the background, passing with the Rand Airport Dam on our left, and the runway directly ahead of us. Okay guys, this is going to be a terrible landing. We're coming in too high, too fast. but I'm not going to stick around doing this perfectly. I just want to get down on the ground without killing anybody. We'll probably damage the aeroplane, but we are coming in really fast. Try and slow down. We're at 0.24 Mach. Oh boy, that's touchdown. We couldn't even see that, and we damaged the nose there, but we're on the ground. They say he who walks away from a landing, it's a good landing. I disagree with that, but here we are at Johannesburg International Airport, Oliver Tambo, and let's get off the runway quickly over here. Oh my word, 20 minutes to Joburg, man. 20 minutes to Joburg. Excuse the landing, but that is all we got. What a beauty. What a lovely aeroplane. Gonna just cross over here and you'll just pull her at one of the gates and close down the flight from there. What a flight. Oh my word, I can't believe it. Just 20 minutes ago I was in CapeTown. CapeTown! It takes you 14 hours by car, and that's without traffic. Here we are in 20 minutes in Johannesburg. Unbelievable. Let's just turn left here and park at this gate. And try and wind down. That was fantastic. Love that. Well, that's in true style of the week that Tom Cruise launched. Was at the Cannes Film Festival for the relaunch of that movie. They call it Maverick. Oh my word. Let's switch down our power here. Power's off. Thanks for flying with me. Wow, I enjoyed that.